Hello from my kitchen. You're probably bored from this room, and in this vlog you're going to see it a lot, and probably I'm going to mention that a lot of times that I'm filming here, but I'm sorry, I have here the best light and I like being here actually. There is very good energy in this room. Another bright room in the condo is also the home office, but it is occupied by my husband. That's why my working space right now is the kitchen, and I feel the need though to have my own desk. It's important to actually work, even if you are a freelancer, a content creator, or if you just work from home. It's important to have your own desk and your own space, and ideally if it's not your bedroom or the kitchen, because these two rooms are dedicated for other things and not work. This is how it will affect you subconsciously. I'm thinking what I can do, where I could create my space. We cannot share the home office with my husband when he works from home. That's why I really have to think maybe to get maybe a small table and that I can use as a desk and put it in the living room, but there is limited space there already, so I don't really know about that. Let's transition now to the topic of work and content creation. This is not about a question from you guys, I just feel that I wanted to talk about that. For a year now, I'm a content creator. I don't gain any money right now. I am just starting growing my YouTube channel. This is like a reality that most content creators go through, even they are beginners. This is just part of the process until you grow enough so you can have brand deals, so you can have collaborations, so you can have the Google monetization and other sources of income that you will think eventually. Sometimes I feel though that I feel stuck. Sometimes I feel like I'm doing like so much and like I don't see like a breakthrough or something, but I don't want to be unfair to myself. I see a growth on my channel. I wanted to thank you for subscribing, for every like you give me, for every comment you leave. I start noticing like more engagement from our community, from the people who are subscribed, or from the people who are not subscribed but they watch my videos, and that's nice. That's a very good feeling, and that really gives me like a backup. It gives me like a motivation to keep going. Yes, it's important to create the content that is interesting to you, but what's the point of creating it if people are not interesting? So I would still keep going and figuring out towards which direction to go. At one moment of the history of my YouTube channel, I felt that my audience started to grow really fast. I can even attach here a video that I created for my back then podcast. I'm explaining here the whole story, how it happened. I reached suddenly over 1 million views on one short video. From 200 subscribers I got almost 3,000 subscribers. I just realized that that's not the direction that I want to go. It was a travel-oriented video that I created. I don't think I'm going to repeat the same content again because I'm not interested in that. Like, I'm not going to go back to that place. I'm not going to create something similar probably. And I thought, okay, maybe that was a mistake. I was back and forth, making the video private and making it public again and making it private and public again. If I leave it public, how it affect my channel? So anyways, it's public now, you can find it always. It's about an Indian temple here in New Jersey. It's not that far away from where we are living. I'm not thinking going back there anytime soon. It's not a topic that I am interested to share any longer. It just happened. It affected my channel this way. And since then, I noticed like a big stagnation. The people who subscribed on my channel were not interested in other videos of my channel, in the other topics, and that showed, I guess, the algorithm of YouTube that like it's like my audience didn't like what I'm sharing anymore. That's why it didn't promote my videos, and I was stuck. I was stuck literally on very low views for a long time. But I keep posting a video every week. Sometimes I make a break and I allow myself to post it every 2 weeks, but it happens sometimes. Like it happened last week, I needed that break. But I post a video every week, and I create quite often short videos, reels, TikToks to explore different topics, different styles of video, different narration, probably different cut and edits. And I'm just figuring out what works the best. And at the same time, I want to keep my interests in the videos. I don't want to create something that is totally irrelevant to my life. I kept doing that, and I noticed the last maybe 3 months a growth. It's not as fast as it was with that video that got 1 million views, but it is something. I really see that people are subscribing. I notice that people are actually watching more minutes of my videos than they used to. So let's wrap up here. Enough with the blah 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 and continue with our vlog.
Greek Fest 2025. Split that in half.
So we are back from 2 festivals now, Greek festivals. It's an interesting tradition here that the Greek community has. Most of the Greek churches in the area have their Greek festival in May, but some have in June and some have in the fall too. It's very interesting to observe how people are approaching the Greek tradition. When you see Greeks and Americans united, like when they are dancing, when they are sharing the food, when they are sharing moments, this is a beautiful thing. I can definitely say that people who move here and start a new life here, there is a big need of joining a community, of having a group of friends, somebody who is like you, maybe, who has the same or similar interests as you. This is very important to make the transition smoother, and it's very nice that there are this type of communities here. I cannot say that we are like big friends with somebody from the community just yet, but it's still nice to be able to attend this type of events. We are basically doing a Greek festival hopping, and this time I got a chicken gyro and it has fries. It's called
Pita.
the pita? Oh no. But
Bullshit.
it was cheaper, much cheaper. It was $12 in comparison with the Connecticut one, which was $15. I like the meat. The meat is real. It's like real gyro meat.
Pipa? Piplas. Piplas.
also some differences between Americans and Greeks in entertainment, how they like to entertain themselves. There are some key points that are different. I noticed that Americans like to go out earlier in the day, having dinner earlier, and wrap up with their night adventures around midnight, maybe 1 a.m. if they are more towards the young side, but if they are towards the more older side, like from their 35 and older, I think they prefer to wrap up around 10, around 11 maybe, but most midnight, because it makes sense when you are a little bit older. You cannot do that anymore. You cannot drink as much, you cannot be out as much, you just need your home. Probably people have families at this age. This is normal, just to not keep up with that stuff. But I can say the same applies to Greeks too, when they are above their 35s, like maybe 40s. But most of the Greeks are not having families as early as Americans, and that also helps them maybe to go out more often or to go out later at night. In Greece, it's very common to have a late night entertainment to go out late. Most of the nightclubs open at 11:30 p.m. until the morning, and what has to do with restaurants, of course they're open at normal dinner hours. I think most of the restaurant slash bars, they close at 2 a.m. This is normal there. It's normal to actually have the kitchen open in the bar until maybe 1 a.m. in the touristic places. As for some local and small towns, then yes, the kitchen may close at 11 p.m., but this is quite late for American standards. Here most of the places close their kitchen at 9. Sometimes it's impossible here to have a dinner after 9 p.m. if it's not a fast food chain. If it's a fast food chain, yes, you can find a burger or fries after 9 p.m. Of course, there are places that are open 24/7, not as many as they used to before COVID, but they are. But as for having a dinner, you have to do that before 9 p.m. definitely. Also, the sports culture in USA, it's very, very big, and I will explain why I mentioned that here in the entertainment section. Because the sport culture is very big, there are different sports that people like and different teams. Every state sometimes has more than 2-3 teams of the same sport, like basketball, for example, and that's insane. And people have to watch these games somewhere. Not everybody can watch a game at home. That's why there are a lot of sports bars. There are bars with a lot of TVs on the walls. In Greece, I have seen quite like a few times something like that, but it's not as popular. Usually these type of bars are like Irish pubs, or they are more simple bars. There's nothing fancy about that. It's a sports bar. It's very simple. You go there, you have your beer, you have your I don't know, fried chicken, something like to bite, and you watch a game. That's a big part of the entertainment that American people have, especially when they have the Super Bowl. It's a big, huge event that happens every year. It's for them, I think it's equivalent to the Olympic Games. Like, I am not ironic here. It is how it is, and they really, really love it. Here we are again in the kitchen. It's very, very dark. Unfortunately, today it's a moody day. I am very close to the window right now, having some light turned on and all that to start showing you and to start by myself to finishing painting the kitchen. I have left the second part of it where are the cabinets, so I don't have a lot of surface to work on, thank God. I hope it will be quickly today, but I have to paint the ceiling also, and I will do the same lime wash technique. So wish me luck. Hopefully I will be done. I hope in 2 hours I will be done and I will enjoy my kitchen finally, because right now I'm enjoying just the first half of it. I have a wide angle lens that I will put it right now on the camera, and I'm curious if you will notice the result too. I think it gives like something. It's almost like a distorted a little bit, almost like a fisheye, not completely fisheye, but almost. And maybe that's a good idea to showcase interiors. So I have to paint this surface over here. As you see, it's not too big. I thought maybe to put some decorative tiles, you know, the peel and stick tiles, the fake ones, not the real ones, like here above the stove, just to give like a little something there. So I will think about it if I want to do that. If yes, maybe I would like something in the white tones, maybe ivory again, like the cabinets. But also I was thinking, because these cabinets are old, I was thinking maybe to get something like peel and stick again, tile imitation. I don't know if it makes sense. I definitely don't want to paint them in another color. I don't know. I would like something else, maybe like another different texture. So I don't really know what would really fit here, but for now, I believe even that ivory color, that cream color that the cabinets have, I think it goes well with the yellow walls of the kitchen. So I want to paint this ceiling above, and over there we have lights inside that window that you see. It's not like my preference. If it was up to me, I think I would change it, and I don't know, to be honest, what I would have done. I would prefer maybe something different for lighting, but right now it is what it is. I don't want to make major changes. I just want to be as budget friendly as possible, just to make something, like to make a difference at not that much cost. And I have also this area to cover. I will move the camera until the sink, because I have some dishes there. I don't want like to show them to you. I have like some dishwash to do. And here I'm very proud of my coffee bar as it's popular now to do on TikTok. I have seen a lot of videos showcasing their beautiful, their stunning coffee bars. They literally have big kitchens and they have a whole section just to be a coffee bar. But here we have a little corner. I'm glad I moved the microwave from here because it was kind of blocking the energy. And I have the new coffee maker, the espresso machine that I showed you in the previous vlog, I believe. And the milk steamer also fits very nice here, and I created here a little corner for coffee most of all, but I have some sugar here, I have some honey here, and the tea over there. So that will be like the area where I would make some beverages in case I have some guests. Bumped into my tripod. I started with this part. I hope you can see it like very well, because I don't know if that helps, because the lighting conditions are not the best today in the kitchen, although this room is the brightest one. So I started already with above the stove, and I finished all this part, and I suddenly realized that I'll have to move the fridge. Oh my god. Friends, I managed to move that fridge finally. It wasn't too hard but not too easy at the same time. Thankfully the fridge is small, so as you see, even when I painted the kitchen just yellow, like 1 year ago now, I didn't move the fridge. I left that white wall behind as it is, and now I decided to, if you want to make the project right, you have to paint everything, whatever you can in the room. So I moved the fridge, and now I want to show you how dirty it was. So to be fair, I moved in here like last year, and when I was visiting I wasn't like cleaning that deeply in this condo. What I mean, I was not moving the fridge to clean behind it, and my husband was focusing on other stuff rather than deeply cleaning the condo. So I want to show you now how dirty it is, and I am warning you that it may not be too pleasant to see it, so if you want to skip it, you can skip. And for the record, I already vacuumed. It was a little worse before, like you see all this dust and all this black sticky stuff. I don't know what is that. It's just probably from time, from when this fridge was positioned here and never moved. So I'm going to vacuum again. I'm going to use the steam cleaner, the new steam cleaner, and I will finish painting the wall. So I am done. I finished this corner. I finished painting everything until the ceiling. I'll probably continue a little bit in this corner painting the ceiling, and then I will move the fridge back, and look how clean it is already. Well, I covered the white part with the yellow. I just feel that it's better, and it's not perfect. I tried to clear the wooden part. It's not perfect, but since the fridge is going to be here, I am okay with that. I cleaned as much as I can, and I'll continue with the ceiling now. To create this very delicious and nutritional bowl, maybe you have seen it going viral on TikTok or Instagram. It's the sweet potato and the ground beef bowl, and I prepared everything and I'm ready to make it happen. So as for the sweet potatoes, here are our carbs. I hope I seasoned them well this time. Actually, let me try it. I like it, because the last time I over seasoned it and it was too spicy for me, but this time it's fine. Basically you need like paprika, oregano if you like it, salt, pepper, and a little bit of cinnamon to add some sweetness. I think for me maybe the sweet potatoes are enough. I'll leave the rest for Ari. And let's go to the ground beef. I guess if you don't like ground beef or you're a vegetarian, maybe you can substitute it with tofu or beans, maybe. Like, I'm just guessing. Maybe you can put cottage cheese for a protein. Cottage cheese goes very well with this bowl. So I will, okay, maybe that's too much. Maybe that's too much meat for me. And yes, or maybe you like chicken, and you can also like make it with chicken breasts, I suppose. And as for the veggies, I decided to add some cherry tomatoes. I love how they add color to every dish. Actually, let's leave some for Ari. I'm like overdoing it. Okay, then we have avocados. This is amazing for healthy fats that you need. I'm talking like a nutritionist, but I'm not. It's just from what I am hearing, investigating online. So, avocados, and I decided to add a little bit of, damn, how they're called, the green onions, scallops, yeah, and I decided to add some scallops just for flavor and a little bit of green color. And I will wait until, no, actually I don't have to wait. I thought before to add yogurt, Greek yogurt to that, which I think would be great. Again, cottage cheese would be great here, and I also decided to try with feta, because why not? Feta, I believe, goes well to almost any dish out there. So I will crumble some feta like that, and my bowl is almost done. I like to mix and match and just eat everything at the same time. For my husband is different. He likes focusing on one thing at a time and then continue with the other ingredient. So that's it. Try it if you would like. Let me know if you liked it. Anyway, I decided to get some flowers, and I want to do a bouquet by myself, like DIY. I got different types of flowers yesterday at the grocery store, and they have a variety. They have bouquets, and they have a variety of like separate flowers in case you want to do something of your own. And I put just a little bit of water in this vase, and I kept them overnight. And to my surprise, the peonies that are over here, they opened up. They were closed, like this one, like it was closed enough, it wasn't open like that, and it opened overnight. I hope they will last. I never had peonies like in the house. It just didn't happen. In Greece I don't see them that often, the peonies. Here, wow, they are planted outside the houses. They look very beautiful, but I have a feeling that their season is now, like May, and in the summer you don't see them anymore. And they're so nice. They look so fragile when they open up. It looks like they are like done, that their lifetime is over, but I think they can last maybe 2-3 days more, just to make my mood better. So I'm going to open them first, and like you just need to cut that plastic stuff. I have the garbage bin already here next to me, and oh, they really great. They really tie them up, so all that needs to be cut like that, easy. They have all these leaves that we are not going to need. Like, I will just get rid of this, because when we have like a vase like that, you don't really want the leaves to be in the water, and it gives like a more clean look to your bouquet. And they smell very good, not like hyacinths, not as intensely, but they smell that. I like that. So oh, I forgot, let me fill that with water. On my experience, I noticed that when you put the flower food, the flower actually lasts longer, but the carnations themselves, they are very long lasting. They can last more than 2 weeks actually. Okay, I filled the vase, like half of it, and I will put the flower food. Mix it up. I really wanted to do it yesterday, but I felt that it would be like interesting for the vlog, and I decided to wait a little bit, but I hope the flowers will last as much as they can. So I'm mixing up a little bit better the water and the flower food. Okay, like that. There were like a great variety of flowers this time at the grocery store, and I just thought, okay, what color palette do I want? And I noticed first the peonies, the pink ones, then I noticed the carnations. They had different colors, but I think I wanted this time something in pink palette. Okay, I'll keep this branch too over here. They are very interesting, these peonies. I would even like them, just the 3 of them in this vase, and maybe that's it. Oh no, what am I doing? I had to cut them a little bit. So I completely forgot. I know that when you get flowers, you have to like cut maybe 2 fingers, like that. Just a little bit to keep them fresh. And now they fit better the vase, because before they were too long. Okay, I'm getting rid of that. And let's go with this greenery. I don't know how it's called. Initially I wanted to get something else it's like the bouquet filler basically. And I wanted to get something else, but I couldn't see what I wanted, so I got this. They look like, it looks like dill. I don't know. It's very interesting. I feel that it will last a long time, and I'm curious if it will dry up and if I keep it when it dries up. Just to have it maybe decorating the bathrooms that have no light, because I have this problem here. We have 2 bathrooms that don't have windows, and I cannot keep like any plant that I want there. I would like to keep like the bouquet in layers, and I would like maybe them to be maybe higher than the peonies, but still I will cut just a little bit. Okay, and I will put it like that here. Oh, it looks already more interesting. Okay, and maybe I will add like one more, like this one, the bigger one, and I will cut it. Oops, I will pick it up later, and I will add it like that. Oops. It's so nice to do the flower bouquet by yourself. It's creative, you make mistakes, you learn from them, and you just allow yourself to make these mistakes, and you practice with your color choosing, the color palettes, what fits better your place, where specifically you want to put these flowers, and then you look at them, you're proud of yourself, and they just bring you like good mood. So it's definitely important. Okay, and let's go for the carnations. Okay, I feel that I will use some of the carnations and not all of them, and potentially I will make another bouquet for another vase. Maybe this yellow one. I love it. I love how it looks like. Let me turn it towards you so you see it too and enjoy it. I think maybe that's enough, but how many carnations I have left? Oh, many. Okay, some of them will go to the bedroom. I also having some flowers in the bedroom. It just gives more color to the space. Let's see, maybe we are done here. I like everything as it is. Let me know in the comments, what do you think? I think it's just great, but let me know your opinion too. you so much for another time for staying with me until this moment. Actually, let me put the camera a little bit like that. I'm still figuring out how this camera works. Thank you so much for staying with me until this moment. I appreciate it a lot. I appreciate that you are watching my entire videos. That helps YouTube to promote them further on to other people that are potentially interested in these topics. And don't forget to put a like, leave a comment, leave any type of question that you want me to ask in the next, that you want me to reply to in the next vlog. I definitely will do that. I like having this type of conversation, if you can call it a conversation, because there is some type of engagement this way. I like that. So let's try to do that in the next vlog. Ask me whatever you want, and we will see each other next week. Bye bye.